Welcome, personal governors. This is your host, JP.WATKINS, and today's topic is about empty victories. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and about how often do we get tangled and tied up into these discussions, into these debates, into these arguments. That at the best case scenario, only thing can happen is an empty victory. So what do you mean by empty victory? For instance, we get to talk about who's the greatest of all time. Is it LeBron James? Is it Kobe Bryant? Is it Michael Jordan? Or maybe it's somebody else that's been totally overlooked. And we go back and forth. We give these statistics. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, it's okay, we just having fun. But I'm talking about people getting to the point where they yelling, they screaming, and they even at a point, sometimes they ready to come to blows. Or maybe it's another issue. Maybe it's an issue about a process at work. Employee A, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to do this first, this second, this third. Other person say, no, I don't do it like that. I do this, this, and that. And now you get to arguing back and forth. Well, man, you ain't my boss, you ain't my supervisor. And now you're going back and forth. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen? Is it a health and safety issue? Or you just want to say that you're right, to prove that you're right? Sometimes you are right. Sometimes you maybe will argue, well, who was that that played in Heat? Was that Al Pacino? Oh, no, that was Edward. No, that was Edward Norwood. That wasn't Al Pacino. And you go back and forth. What I'm saying is, you really want to minimize your time. Minimize your effort and your energy on empty victories. Sometimes, so what, such and such is better? What does that do for your life? What does that do for your lot? Does that improve your health? Does that improve your wealth? Does that improve your bank account? Chances are it don't. Now, it's one thing if you're a sports commentator, because I know somebody, but I gotta know. I'm a journalist. My information supposed to be right. That's different. That's your profession. That's not an empty victory. That's getting it right. That's called being a professional. That's called operating in excellence. That's different. But if you sitting at the barbershop getting into a heated debate where you get ready to wrestle with somebody because you saying that Michael Jordan is the best of all time, and you raising up and y'all getting, I've seen it happen too many times. I've seen people debate, hey, this is the greatest football team. This is the greatest basketball team. And I don't see people get that excited about lowering their blood pressure. I don't see people getting that excited about putting themselves through RN or nursing school, about skilling up and scaling up. I don't people saying, no, you know what? This is what I'm going to go to school. I want to go to school so I can be an accountant. I want to go to school so I can be an electrician, so I can be a plumber. This is the pros and cons of being a doctor. This is the pros and cons of being a plumber. This is the pros and cons of being a diesel mechanic. See, we don't get excited about that. See, we just kind of, oh, you want to do that, really? And we just kind of go to the side. But now we get to talking about some Kobe. We get to talk about some LeBron. We get to talk about some basketball, some football, and baseball. We get excited. So we get more excited about other people's lives that we can't do nothing about, rather than our own lives that we can do so much about. I started to say everything, but can't do everything. But there's a lot that we can do. One of the biggest things that we do is give up our power. We spend too much time, too much effort focusing on empty victories. So, next time somebody try to pull you into one of those empty arguments. Oh, black men don't cheat. Empty argument. First of all, I'm a black man. I can't speak for all black men. I can speak for me. I can speak for maybe a few close allies, family and friends that I know. And even to that, I can only speak to that to a certain degree, because I don't spend time with each and every one of them every day. Even my son. It's only so much that I can speak on as a black man. But when I get to talking about black men don't cheat, when I get to talking about all this, and every this, and I do this homogenous lumping, that's problematic. When you're talking about all this, all women are that. All women can't drive. All women got attitudes. That's problematic. That's a sign right there that this is somebody that's not serious about having open, nuanced conversations. This is somebody who just get into those empty victories. Oh, I just want to, well, they always into a side piece. That's a black thing. Really? See? And that's the thing. You don't want to let people pull you into that. And now you arguing. You arguing over things that, hey, some of the things you can't even prove. How you going to prove it? Prove that all black men don't cheat. Then you say, well, hey, we got such and such. We got all these different scandals. Such and such got caught cheating. This and that. Usher had his Confessions album years ago. This and that. Okay. So my thing is, it's one thing if you're just having fun. Nothing's wrong with that. It's another thing when you find yourself really getting upset over things that's not affecting your health, not affecting your wealth, not affecting your livelihood. So think about that. Don't spend all that effort and energy on an empty victory. Spend that time scaling up, working on operating your purpose. That's my time for the day. Thank you for joining me on this journey.